Imagine the U.S. economy as a complex, powerful machine, with countless moving parts. Some gears are large and visible, celebrated for their brute force. Others, though just as crucial, turn quietly in the background, their consistent motion making everything else possible. Black women are one of these essential, often overlooked engines. They are not a footnote in America's economic story, they are a foundational chapter. With a labor force participation rate that consistently outpaces that of other women, Black women show up, powering industries, creating businesses, sustaining communities. Their contributions are immense, yet their economic power is frequently underestimated and their labor undervalued. This isn't just a social issue, it's a core economic reality we can no longer afford to ignore. To truly understand the strength of the American economy, we must look at all its components, especially those that have been historically marginalized. When we discuss economic forces, we often talk in abstract terms like markets or capital, but economies are built by people, and Black women represent a formidable and concrete block of workers. Approximately 11.4 million Black women are part of this workforce, a figure that translates to roughly 6.7% of all workers in the United States. This number is not just a statistic, it represents millions contributing skills, time, and energy every day. Within the Black community, their role is even more pronounced, as women constitute over half of all Black workers, making them a central pillar of economic stability and progress for their families and their communities. Numbers alone don't tell the full story. The participation rate reveals commitment and economic drive. In this regard, Black women stand out. The labor force participation rate is the percentage of the population working or actively looking for work. For Black women, this rate is exceptionally high. In February 2026, the rate for Black women aged 20+ was a robust 63.7%, significantly higher than all women overall at 56.9% during the same period. Historically, Black women have participated at higher rates than their peers. This high participation reflects necessity, ambition, and resilience. A larger share of Black women are actively engaged in the economy, seeking to earn a livelihood, supporting their families, building a career. This commitment is often a requirement for household survival and a testament to a powerful work ethic. They are more likely to be the primary breadwinners, sole breadwinners. Their consistent presence is essential for the well-being of millions of American children and households. Their paychecks are not supplemental, they are foundational. While the overall women's participation hovered at 57.5%, Black women exceeded it, 61% for ages 16+, the highest among female racial and ethnic groups. They disproportionately fill roles across sectors, keeping services running. Employers looking for workers find Black women ready and willing to contribute, often overcoming significant structural barriers to do so. Any downturn, policy change, or labor shock has an outsized impact on Black women and their communities. High participation is a double-edged sword, immense strength but heightened exposure, vulnerable to unfair practices and inadequate safety nets, yet persevering through systemic challenges. Black women are disproportionately concentrated in the sectors that form our day-to-day backbone: healthcare, social assistance, education, and public administration. Think about who keeps communities healthy, safe, and educated. In many cases, you're thinking about the work of Black women: nurses and nursing assistants, home health aides, childcare workers, and social workers. Without their labor, essential systems would face immediate and catastrophic failure. Public sector roles have long been crucial for Black families, and Black women are a major part of that workforce. Clerks, administrators, and program officials who keep civic life moving. Their role is not peripheral, it is central. Beyond employment, Black women are shaping the economy as creators and owners. The entrepreneurial spirit is thriving, starting businesses at record pace. From 2017 to 2023, Black women-owned businesses grew astonishingly fast. Employer firms are rising too, creating jobs for others. Black-owned firms generate hundreds of billions in receipts and payroll. Black women are a major and growing driver, launching tech startups, opening retail shops, founding consulting firms, and building manufacturing companies. It's about passion and pushing past discrimination, glass ceilings, and wage gaps. Each new firm becomes a node, creating jobs, paying taxes, driving innovation. Capital access, mentorship, and procurement open the door to compounding growth. When Black women succeed as owners, benefits radiate outward, through communities and across generations. Supporting this boom is not charity. It's a high-yield investment in America's future. Despite high participation and essential roles, Black women face a persistent wage gap. The simple, brutal fact: they're paid less than white male counterparts for the same work. In 2023, Black women earned about 64 cents on the white male dollar. Among full-time, year-round workers, around 66.5 cents. This is not just a gap. It's a chasm. Not for lack of education, effort, or experience. This disparity persists across industries and levels. A Black woman with a bachelor's still earns less than a white man with only a high school diploma. Rooted in history, occupational segregation, and bias across hiring, promotion, and negotiation, it functions like a tax on identity, costing hundreds of thousands over a career. That missing 36 cents could cover housing, education, healthcare, or retirement. It's money not spent locally, not invested, not building generational wealth, dragging on growth. Closing the gap boosts demand, jobs, and tax revenues, an economic imperative. Solutions: stronger equal pay enforcement, transparency, fair scheduling, paid leave, and pathways to higher pay fields. The economy isn't zero-sum. Paying Black women fairly grows the whole pie. The year 2025 was a harsh reminder of vulnerability amid essential labor. The data is clear and alarming. Black women's employment fell 1.4 points to 55.7%, one of the sharpest declines in 25 years. Unemployment climbed from 5.4% to a four-year high of 7.3%. Deep federal workforce cuts, aimed at a sector where Black workers hold 18.5% of jobs, hit hard. Between February and April 2025, over 300,000 Black women left the federal workforce. A key path to middle-class security was dismantled, rippling through communities. Employment also dropped in other services, 13.2%, manufacturing, 12.9%, and financial activities, 7.9%. A familiar pattern erased hard-won gains and deepened precarity. This case study shows why policy must be viewed through an equity lens to avoid compounding harm. While their labor is essential, their positions are often insecure and deserve protection. Any honest accounting must include unpaid labor. Black women perform massive amounts of unpaid work essential to society, yet largely invisible in GDP. Raising children, supporting elders and the sick, managing homes and communities. This unpaid work is the foundation upon which the paid economy is built. It nurtures the next generation and enables current workers to show up daily. Black women shoulder this burden disproportionately, exacerbated by limited access to affordable, quality care. They are the bedrock, providing the logistical and emotional support that keeps life running. This work is real, time-consuming, and immensely valuable. If priced at market rates, it would add trillions to the global economy. The impact is twofold. It enables others' paid labor, but can constrain Black women's own potential. It forces part-time work, turns down promotions, or pushes exits, widening lifetime earnings gaps. Supporting caregivers is critical economic policy. Invest in affordable, high-quality childcare, universal pre-K, and establish paid family and medical leave, alongside better wages for care workers. This allows fuller participation, raises earnings, and grows GDP. Even capping childcare costs at 10% of income could add $210.2 billion to U.S. GDP. Valuing care, paid and unpaid, unlocks Black women's potential and strengthens the nation. This is how we move from survival to shared prosperity. And it's how we build an economy that finally counts the work that's always counted on. To grasp women's economic importance, consider this. What if tomorrow all women were removed from the paid workforce? The result would not be a recession, it would be collapse. In February 2026, women represented about 55.7 million workers, nearly half the labor force. Their sudden absence would vaporize nearly half of national labor supply. No industry would be spared. Production would cease, supply chains would break. The economy as we know it would stop functioning. The care economy would go first. 9 in 10 nurses are women, most childcare and home health workers too. Remaining workers would leave jobs to caregive, compounding the labor shock. Demand would crater as household income evaporates. From coffee shops to corporations, catastrophic losses and layoffs. Tax collections would collapse. Basic services would stall. A swift economic death spiral. Models quantify this dependence. Matching Canadian-German prime age employment would add 600 B+ to US GDP. The reverse subtracts trillions. An economy cannot run on half its cylinders. Women's work and Black women's highly engaged work is not optional. It is the fuel, the gears, and the engine itself. The evidence is overwhelming, and the conclusion inescapable. Black women are an indispensable engine of the American economy. Their participation, essential roles, dynamic firms, and unpaid care create value for every American. Smart strategy, pay equity, invest in care, and fund entrepreneurship, because supporting Black women is a high-return investment in our shared future.